Next up, we have Der Hexenkönig from the Arknights Zwillingsstürme im Herbst soundtrack by Lappy. Once again, everybody, this is a Basterd's LFA, a layman-friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician, a composer who does not speak German, and my objective here is to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what is happening here, musically. So, if you like the sound of that, make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever term you want to use. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, become a member. Once again, everybody, what happens if we reach 10,000 subscribers before Christmas? The gaming channel, members get early access, artists, let's collaborate, how to request songs if you're not on the live stream. I have a spiel for this and a bunch of other things at the end of the video, so stick around for that. Disclaimers showing on your screen right now, so go ahead and pause the video if you want to read them in full. Otherwise, please be patient with me. I am acoustic and guitared, so keep that in mind. With that being said, let's do this. Der Hexenkönig. That would be like the Magic King? Let's go. Yes! Okay. We are 5 seconds in, and the reason why I paused is because this is right away, beat by beat, an orchestral arrangement of Die Erlkönig by Schubert. Die Erlkönig, this is the exact piece by Schubert. It's the exact same motif. And I'm all for it. It's one of my favorite pieces by Schubert. So yeah, for those of you who haven't, let me see if I can find like a quick version. Schubert, Der Erlkönig, not violin, you spaz. So like here's just a random. So here it is. Come on, start playing. I'm trying to. That's the original version from Schubert from the year, no, this is number, I don't even know what year this is from. A long time ago, Master God, I'm doing fine, I'm not, how you doing? So yeah, and this is the one that we got. This is not 1789, this is number 1789. Because Schubert wrote a ridiculous number of songs during his time. From 1821. So the original here is from 1821, and this one is from 2023, I believe. 2023? Yes, November 2023. So yeah. It is Der Erlkönig. It's Erlkönig by Schubert, put in an orchestral arrangement. Chances are, what we're going to see here, if this is an actual song, we are going to see something called contrafactum. Contrafactum. Contrafactum means that you are bringing an existing piece with existing lyrics and you change the lyrics for it. So, for example, right now what we're having is an orchestral arrangement. This is what we're having over here. We're having that motif, da 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 dum bum bum, which is exactly what we had in the Erlkönig. The original Erlkönig tells the story of a father and a son riding on horseback, going over from one place to another. They're heading somewhere through some woods, and there's a myth, there's a legend of the Erlkönig, the Earl King, that steals the souls from children, whether through temptation or through force. And we are having, and the story just goes that the child sees the Erlkönig and the dad doesn't believe him, and it's the escalation between the dialogue between all three of them, until the dad tells the kid to shut the fuck up, and then the Erlkönig takes away the kid and kills him, and the song ends with the child arriving at the place realizing that the kid is dead. Franz Schubert wrote well over 1,000 songs, and this is just one of them. And he just made so much music. And contrafactum, yeah, no, contrafactum is very popular in nowadays, because so many musicians don't know how to make new music. So yeah, we're having that, and of course motif being the smallest version of your musical idea, the seed, the essence from which everything else comes from. Fiction media really love the Arknights. I mean, it's one of those legends, myths kind of thing, kind of like in Spanish, in Latin America we have La Llorona. That's a very, very popular myth that exists, the chupacabra. We have all these really, really cool mythos and legends kind of things. So anyway, let's see where this goes. Let's see so now we're having, in this case, we're having the orchestra keeping the orchestral, we have the orchestra doing split parts on this whole thing. We're having the lower end of the viol section. We have the cellos and the basses, and the double basses, which would be called, in this case, the bassi, doing the rhythm for this. Then we're having the higher violins doing the motif itself, and then we are having the orchestral percussion giving us the beat. Let's see where this goes. And we have a piano in the background as well. Very cool. Welcome today, Monchichilu. Today. Oh, and we slow it down. We slow it down with what we call a ritardando. Ritardando is what happens, it's what you call it when you slow down the tempo. And usually it's just shown as rit. And then you just say which tempo marking you want for the rest. Tempo is just how fast or slow. We used to have tempo markings, so like stuff like allegro or vivace, which are just expressions in Italian. Nowadays we have something called BPM, which means beats per minute, which it's a lot easier to compute with computers that we have now. Can contrafactum relate to source writing, or can they take the music? The point of contrafactum is to change lyrics. That is the point of contrafactum, to change the lyrics themselves and to squeeze and to fit in whatever you have. So yeah, let me go back a couple of seconds because we had a change here with some vocals. Let me go here. We slow it down and... Okay, so we now bring in the first vocals. We're bringing in this insanely cool beat. We bring what seems to be our lead vocalist, and we bring in what sounds to be a female choir in the background, going along with the drum beat, doing, just parallel with the drum beat. We have now, I think, just a single violin or viola doing now their Arknight, the original Arknight, and let's see where this goes. Same thing as before, yeah. And of course we bring in the drums, and the drums, even though the drums is just completely changes the feeling of everything. I get to mention it again. This just goes to show the importance of your drums and your accompaniment. If you want to listen to a song that has this to an extreme degree, listen to the intro of The Mirror by Dream Theater. The Mirror by Dream Theater, for the first minute, is basically the guitar doing what is called an ostinato. So, jong, 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 repeated over and over and over and over and over again for a full minute, while the drums, the bass, the synth, they switch around it over time, and it's just insane. And right now, to a less extreme degree, we had this. It was for me, I needed to work done, told her to do soon as now it's raining. Lovely. So yeah, let's see where this goes. Oh, we have that motif there while we're having those vocals done. And variation now. We're mainly focusing on the basses. Purely on the vibe. This is really good. Ooh, extra rhythm there. Now we engage in doublings. Doublings over here, doubling being when you have more than one instrument playing the same thing at the same time. We're having this melody, which is kind of a variation, feels like an accented version of the motif. We're just taking the essence, some of the highlight points, and making another melody out of that. And we are basically just giving some staccatos for it. Staccatos with two C's. Staccatos mean short bursts of music, and these then being doubled. We have now more than one layer playing the same thing at the same time. So, I'm gonna need a mirror reference compilation on YouTube here soon. Definitely. It's been a while. Like, we had nearly like 3 weeks without the mirror being mentioned. So, I missed it. Let's see where this goes. Let's see where this goes. So in the meantime, we have the orchestra. It's a really cool... We bring the chorus now. Giving us a variation of the motif that we just had. Oh, that's really cool chopping in the rhythm. Really cool. Let's see. Yep, we're just repeating this new version of this second version of the motif, or the first variation of the motif, this staccato version. But now we are allowing the opposite of staccato, which is legato, and we are just really, really leaning into this, and it is just beautiful. It's very beautiful. We're having the orchestral percussion doing this really cool counter rhythm to the drums themselves. We're having a good chunk of the orchestral elements just in the back as well, filling up the entire spectrum of sound that we have over here. This is really cool. But in essence, we've now moved from the string section, those violins that we had before, to now the vocals in the chorus. Let's see where this goes. We reduce the scale. We still have that orchestral percussion. We bring back the string orchestra, which, by the way, a string orchestra, if I bring the image of an orchestra, if I bring an image of the orchestra, let me just bring the one that we always use. NEC Philharmonic. So the string orchestra is a part of the orchestra. The string orchestra is everyone here that is playing either a violin, viola, cello, or double bass. And you can see the ones on the left side over here, these are all violins. These are two sections of violins. Because violins, as you can see, they're not very big instruments, so they can only get so loud. So to compensate for that, you just get a bunch more to play the exact same thing. Then you have violas, which are slightly larger than the violins. You can see right here, these two over here sitting side by side. The blonde girl with a violin, this dark-haired girl with a viola. You can see a substantial difference in size. The viola is considerably larger, but it's not to the same extent as something like a cello. As you can see, the cello is substantially larger than the viola. You have to sit down and you have to lean this whole instrument over to you. And then, of course, we have the double basses that you have to play standing up. I like how these guys are basically just leaning against the wall to play the instrument. So yeah, all of these, each of them is a section. So we have first violin, second violin, viola, cello, and double basses. If you play the double basses and the cellos together, you get the bassi, B-A-S-S-I. And these all together are called the string orchestra, because you could make entire arrangements just with the string orchestra. Right now, we've had mainly the string orchestra, some percussion and timpani going in this so far, plus a chorus of multiple people singing in this really epic sound. Let's see where it goes. We have now the cellos giving us some of the melodies. I think it's a solo cello. Variations on those motifs in the piano. The piano now playing in octaves, imitating those doublings. The instruments play the same thing, or there are a lot of them play just mainly to be louder. So it depends. It depends on what the composer really wants. Because in many cases, you will have first section of the violins doing something, second section of the violins. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna bring you a. Let me show you some sheet music. Because I have quite a few. Let me see. Let's bring some from Mozart, because of course. Where do I have my sheet music? Okay, sheet music. Mozart. Let's bring in Don Giovanni. Let's bring in Don Giovanni. Let's open with Opera GX. And here you can see, this is a copy that I got from IMSLP. And here you can see the full orchestral arrangement of the opera of Don Giovanni. This is the overture of Don Giovanni. You can see here Violino 1, which is the first section of violins. 10, usually 10, 12 violins are all going to be playing this this right here. Second violins are going to be playing this part over here. The viola are going to be playing this. We have we don't have the cellos and the double basses. Oh no, we do have the cellos and double basses just put separate. Usually you would have the bassi put right under the violas and the violas nowadays, but this is an older score. Then we have the first flute doing one thing, the second flute is doing an octave, like a fifth lower. The oboes are playing together, the clarinets are playing here. This translates to bassoons, by the way. This is just the Italian word, so don't panic over that. This is just historical. So you can see the entire arrangements here. You have the horns in tuned to D, and then you have the timpani, the bassi, which is your cellos and double basses, and then it just goes on. It just goes on. So yes, each instrument will do something, and you are gonna have parts when more than one instrument is gonna be playing the same thing at the same time. For example, let's see. I think the oboes and the clarinets might be doing a doubling over here. It might be transposed, so it might be a little bit tricky to tell. No, they're not. No, they're not. So usually you will have stuff where the instruments are playing the same thing. For example, right now, the two horns and clarines. Oh, I think those are the trumpets. What we now call trumpets, I think. So yeah, the horns and the clarines are playing the same thing over here. That's called a doubling. So sometimes you will have them playing the same thing at the same time. Sometimes you will not. If you want to see a more complex composition, let me bring you the Saint Matthew Passion. Right, so here we have the sheet music for the Saint Matthew Passion, and you can see this is all one part. This is all for one whole thing. This is two orchestras with two choirs and a recitative ensemble. So you can see here the flutes are doing their things. We have the oboes, number one, violins. The flutes and the oboes are doing a doubling, while the violins are doing different things. They have the violas. Then in the second orchestra, while everything is happening, you have the second flutes doing doublings, the oboes doing doublings. They're all doing the same thing, and over time they start changing, and it starts getting more and more and more complex, mainly because this is Bach. Bach is one of the most comprehensive composers of all time, and then this is the Don Giovanni is my favorite opera of all time. This one is just absolutely brilliant. If it was released today, it would be called Woke Slop, but it's based on the novel of Don Juan, and it's basically what happens when the most possibly toxic people encountered one another. Like, Don Giovanni is one side of the spectrum of toxic masculinity. Leporello is the other side of the spectrum of toxic masculinity. We have Donna Anna, who is also within the toxic femininity. Like, you have different aspects of toxic masculinity and femininity, and they all meet each other. And this is what happens when all of them clash with one another. It's a very and yes, and a conductor. And here's the wildest thing: if you're a conductor, you have to know each of these notes that every single one of these instruments is playing at any given time. Because as the conductor, you are the metronome. Yes, the what's it called? The Saint Matthew Passion is not that difficult to conduct. It is more difficult to keep up with. If you want a real difficult, a real challenge, just look at Stravinsky. Here we have Stravinsky's Rite of Spring, and you can already see that it starts pretty wild with just the bassoon, and then it starts getting more complicated. You start getting a bunch of different times in the tempo and everything, and it just keeps getting more and more and more complicated. And you, as the conductor, have to be the metronome with no clicks. Are there some pieces that have two composers? Back in the day, that would be rare. Usually, pieces would be attributed to a single composer, but there have been collaborative efforts that have happened before. That has happened. Usually, they end up just giving it to one of the composers. Like they ended up getting attributed to one composer, but they did happen. they did happen. So yeah, main point being, yeah, orchestras are complicated. So yeah, with that said, let's see where it goes. There we go. We have some semblance of the original Arknights motif. Now we have a violin higher up, giving us variation of the motif. We have a synth now, interrupting a little bit. This is live. Oh, you mean like conductors? There are cases when they cycle out the conductors. Yes, there are cases, but usually you would only have one conductor. Usually you would have one conductor for in the entire orchestra. Sometimes you would have them cycle out, so the second conductor would come out for the second piece. That has happened. I've seen that happen, right? Like, I've done that. I didn't do the conducting, but I did I wrote a piece, and that piece had a guy doing the conducting, which was separate from a different piece done by a separate composer. So I have had that. I have seen that happen. But yeah, usually it's very rare that the composer conducts his work, because it's very, very different thing. VIP, welcome today. How you doing? So yes, so yeah, with that, yeah, like conducting something like this, not too difficult, because most of the epicness of this has come from maybe the arrangement, how the doublings have happened over here, and the cool chords, but basically the rhythm has been fairly consistent in this piece, so conducting this one would be relatively more straightforward than something like Bach's St. Matthew Passion or that kind of thing. The drums are insane, though. The drums are insane. Yeah, let's see where this goes. So yeah, we're slowly having electronic elements creeping up, and oh, we bring this back, and we have an electric guitar now and the accompaniment adding to it. And we bring back, oh my god. Oh. And how are you gonna do this? Okay, we go from the original now to this one. To the staccato version. Just with, and now we switched from the more electronic drums to now full, just heavy metal drums. And it's so good. This is insanely good, dude. Like, I understand that most of this is just an arrangement for for Arknights, but it's still so cool. This is still so cool. Let's see where this goes. No, classical theater, no. Let's see, how are you gonna end this though? Doubling's happening, while in the background we're having the rest of the ensemble mostly fading with the drums, and oh, we reach that high note. We actually go for that high note, and it ends, and there you go. Man, I was not expecting to show y'all these scores. By the way, if you are somebody interested in classical music and you want to check scores that exist, go to IMSLP. Go to imslp.org, and here you can have open source. Oh, they changed their stuff. So yeah, here's where you can find all scores that are in the public domain. imslp.org. So if you're interested in anything that happened before, like Stravinsky, so anything from Mozart, Haydn, Beethoven, anybody like that, just go to IMSLP. I guess do give them a donation or something, that kind of thing. And I know that they might have Stravinsky or that kind of stuff. But yeah, this is where I get my scores. This is where I would get my scores from, which, as you might be able to see, I almost closed OBS. As you might be able to see, I got quite a few over here. Some of these are tabs from other bands, but I have quite a few scores from many different composers, and it's just really, really good to have them. But yeah, back to this one. A really good arrangement. I was not expecting a Schubert tribute on this one. It's really good. That was really, really good. There you have it. That was Der Hexenkönig from the Arknights Zwillingsstürme im Herbst soundtrack. Once again, everybody, this has been a Basterd's LFA, a layman-friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician and composer, and my objective here has been to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what's happened here, musically. So, if you're watching this on the YouTube video archive thing, thank you for watching. Make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever term you want to use. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, become a member. It's pronounced Zwillingtürme. I don't speak German. So yeah, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, become a member once again, everybody. If the channel somehow hits 10,000 subscribers before Christmas of 2025, I will, on top of doing the audiobook fan fiction thing, I will also play a video game of the choice of the community live on stream. Whatever you all want, we'll dedicate a couple of streams to that, within terms of service, of course. And we'll probably do more giveaways that... yeah, might as well. This has to happen. This has to be achieved through legitimate and honest means only. No account duping, no botting, no buying followers, no alt accounting, no rat behaviors like that. Go share the videos, the streams with your friends, with your families, with your family's friends, with your friends' families. Those are two very distinct concepts, by the way. With your online and offline communities, go share these videos far and wide. Also use the hype function on YouTube. We have a group on the Discord that coordinates for that. Link down below, and for the Discord, we'll coordinate with this. Artists, Lappy or otherwise. If you're on YouTube or otherwise, this is an open invitation. If you want to collaborate, if you want any of my musical skills, whether it is my guitars, Mongolian throat singing, you know, the good old kind of thing, regular singing, voice acting, whatever it is, reach out, let me know, let's work together, let's get to work. And if you're in the audience and you know any of these, if you know any artists that could benefit from my skills, let them know. Please do not harass anyone, please do not spam anyone, be cool about things, don't be a rat. Members get early access to the content. I schedule the videos for the week on Saturdays, and if you're a paid member on YouTube, regardless of your tier, you get access to the videos when I schedule them, at least for the LFAs. So become a member today. If you want to listen to this without me interrupting every 3.5 seconds, I will be linking it in the description down below. If you want to request a song and you are not on the live stream, check the pinned comment on this video. It has the instructions on what to do. And if you want to catch the streams when they happen live, we aim for Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Central European Time. If you are not in Europe, do not worry. We have the full up-to-date streaming schedule showing in your local time zone in both Discord and Twitch. So if you live in Basterd and you're like, yeah, but what time is 6 p.m. in Hungary? I don't live there. Don't worry. Just go to Discord or Twitch. Both are linked in the description, and it's going to show it in your local time zone. Excuse me. And follow the gaming channel. I have a gaming channel because, of course, I have a gaming channel. I'm on YouTube. What else could I possibly have? Games are Basterd. That's where I put the gaming after show recordings when they happen. We record them live on stream, and then the recordings go there as an after show. Link down below, or just search on YouTube, same username as James R. Basterd. Just swap the J for a G, and you got it. And, yeah, there you go. Der Hexenkönig. That was really fun. Really good stuff. But, yeah, let's move on.